So we got Glen from Glen's Retro Show here, and he's the man that invented the best yoke for the Star Wars arcade. Can you talk to us about it?
I sure can. So I was a big fan of the original Atari version in the arcade, but I also remember it broke down a lot. They used 9-line gears in there. Right. So when we started doing our own stuff, this is one of the things I had to make sure we came up with, but we're not using gears. We're using magnets, and the magnets read where it is, so it's very accurate. But I added more things to it. We have a couple of buttons underneath. When you want to put a quarter in, there's a button under here. Okay. You can feel it right under there.
Yes, I feel it.
And then there's a button there to start your game.
Right.
And again, we want to try it out. This is the Sega Star Wars arcade game. So you put a couple quarters in, right?
Oh, cool.
Right here. And then you just start your game.
Oh, wow.
The big thing here is making it rugged to make sure that people can play it. Now, this works in your PC. It works in a Raspberry Pi. It works in the original Atari arcade machine. Right. And it works in the arcade 1-Up machine as well.
Well, let me tell you, because I have the arcade 1-Up Star Wars, not the first one they sold, the second one, the one that they stole last year. And this yoke feels so much more responsive.
Because there's no potentiometers, there's no gears.
Right.
It's reading magnetic fields.
Right.
And the good thing about it is, people have the original arcade game, Retro Recipes.
Right.
A good friend of mine, he had an arcade machine, he put it in there. He had an arcade 1-Up, the yoke broke. He put it in his sit-down one, which is a beautiful cabinet he made. That's the big thing here is, I want to make sure that these classic games and the controls and the way to play it's the right way. Like the Akari Warrior stick I just made, people playing Akari Warriors in the NES, they think that's how you play it. You should be able to go one way and throw grenades the other way, and that's why you need that other stick.
Right.
If hold on 1 second, I can do a quick fix over here.
Go ahead.
So if you need to start, you got it?
Se siente brutal. Now, Glen, question for you. Now that I'm looking at this video right here, is there anything you guys are coming up with to add more games to the iArcades? Because they went out of business.
They did. So I was partnered with them before D-Day, what we call it D-Day or Judgment Day, when that kind of happened. So I do have my new control panel coming out, which will give you 2 of my joysticks with my gate switchers, so you can switch between the 2 games. And it also can be software controlled. So if the software knows, it'll change it from Pac-Man to 4-way and go to 8-way. Trackball, spinners, but you're gonna see here first, this is the Viper board. So this is the board we're gonna sell. It's a $40 add-on to my panel, which will let you switch between iArcade's board and then running Batacera or running RetroPie. So this is running a rock chip 8050, I forgot now, it's 3566, sorry, I had to read that myself for a while, glasses. But what's good about the Viper is it's upgradable. You can see our main board processor is on a daughter board that you can pop out, put in a faster one, put in more memory, put it back in without having to replace the whole device. So that's something that's coming out soon. Also, you can see in my Build-A-Cade, this is my original Build-A-Cade right here, which had the wide screen.
Yes.
It was originally designed to be a Donkey Kong cabinet. I love Donkey Kong.
Right.
But we're now making our own, and you can see right here in my Star Trek, we're making our own proprietary 4.3-inch screen. Because people want to have games played in that classic bright aspect ratio. And you can see in the Star Trek, that's what we have going on right there. It's our prototype screen right there. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to make sure people can play these games the way they should be played.
Right, and you do an amazing job. And one thing, for those of you who do not know, this is the guy that made the arcade community cool. This is the guy right here, okay? So it's an honor.
Wait, it's more like this guy. This is the mean guy. This is that guy up there. So me take this jacket off. There we go. Now this is the guy. This is the guy.
It's a pleasure and honor meeting you, sir. Okay.
It's same.
And we here, we support you. And I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get the iArcade panel and everything from you. Okay. So thank you.
Thank you, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.